Welcome to the Stamping Morning Show with your host, Jennifer.
Good morning, everybody. Hello, and welcome to the Stamping Morning Show. My name is Jennifer Cotton, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas. That means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So good morning and welcome. Thank you for being here. Whether it's your first time or you're coming back, thank you very much. Today is Friday, June 26, 2026. Normally, the Stamping Morning Show is on Thursdays at 9 a.m. Central, but this week it was moved to Friday for reasons. So thank you for being here again, whether it's your first time or not. As you come on, please say hi. Please feel free to give a like, a thumbs up, a heart, a follow, a subscription, any of that stuff. It is very helpful to me, so thank you very much. I see lots of people over on YouTube today. Julie, good morning. Thank you for being here. Robin, good morning. Sunshine, happy Friday. Yes, happy Friday, everybody. I usually don't get to say that. Hopefully you have good plans for the weekend. And Becky, good morning to you. Julie was the first one here, by the way, on YouTube. Becky, good morning. Susan, good morning. You're here till around 11:30. Perfect. Terry, good morning from sunny Granbury. I'm working in the yard while listening. Ooh, girl, hydrate. It's Texas. I know she knows. It's 79 degrees right now. I don't even know what the high is going to be today. I don't pay attention to that in the summer because it's pointless. It's already summer here. And, but I did see, like, I had the TV on yesterday on mute, and I looked up, and they had the map of Texas on the weather, and it was just red. The whole thing was red. That's all I saw. Anyway, good morning, everybody. V, good morning from a cool, overclassed Hemet in Southern California. Love it. Kimberly, good morning to you as well. Lori, good morning in Minnesota. Only 77 in Minnesota today. Perfect. So nice. Desiree, hello in Colorado. Jackie, good morning. Good to see you. Lori, got your order in. Thank you, Lori. I am still working on that goal, but thank you very much for ordering. All right. So again, welcome to the Stamping Morning Show with me, Jennifer Cotton, the Stamp Therapist. Again, normally Thursday mornings. Coming up in today's show, I will be talking about my upcoming events. This is my full-time business, so I have lots of stuff coming up. Deals and Delights with me and Stampin' Up. I will also be talking about what's upcoming with Stampin' Up. And on my desk, we're going to make some cards with the Splash and Relax bundle, which is super cute. And you will be able to get that class packet from me as well. So this is the bundle I will be using. So cute. Lots of tips to share on it as well. And I'm going to use the new water and dotted lines stencils. They're 12 by 12. They're not new anymore, but they're new for me. Okay. So let me see. I do want to remind you, first of all, let me just make sure I said all this. My name's Jennifer Cotton. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator since November of 2001, so 24 years now. And I do this as a full-time business, so that means I offer lots of events that anyone in the U.S. can take, as well as PDF tutorials anyone in the world can take, and lots of other stuff. These free videos, crafting cruises, retreats, and more. Okay, so if you're here for the first time, give a follow, give a like, all the stuff. And you can also join my email newsletter. Right now, there's a link to that in the video up here in Facebook, down below in YouTube. Okay, so I want to, I'm going to put this on the screen real quick, maybe. And remind you that I will be adding timestamps to the video today in YouTube, so you can skip around to the part you like. So, click it right. So I'll add those timestamps down below in YouTube, and you can skip straight to the stamping, etc. in replay. I do that manually, so once I get them added, they'll be there. Thank you for the like there. Hello, Jackie on Facebook. And then, and by the way, y'all can just click that share button and click copy link on either platform, and that helps. Okay, so that. And then tomorrow I'll add a link right over here in the corner that will take you straight to my blog, stamptherapist.com. And that's where you can go to see pretty much anything you need to know about me, Stampin' Up specials, links to things, etc. Okay, so I will add all that tomorrow. Forgot how to work everything. One day late and I forget. Okay, take that off. Back to comments. Okay, Rhonda, good morning. Couldn't get Facebook to work. Yeah, it's in an event on Facebook, unfortunately. It's a whole thing with the program I use, but thank you for going over to YouTube. Okay, so the first segment of today's crafting show, by the way, I do have a co-host in the show. Did I put? Yeah, you saw the co-host here on the screen, Brittany, who is currently sleeping on the table in front of me. So not much of a co-host or sidekick right now. As you saw in my Facebook post of sometime last week, that co-host is very lazy and not very helpful. But anyway, she might make an appearance later. We will see. But coming up first in the first segment is the crafting calendar. So let's get out our calendars, our pen, our paper, our Google Calendar, whatever you use, and see what you're interested in. All of my events are going to include a PDF tutorial, a written PDF tutorial with measurements and step-by-step instructions. Anyone in the United States can take my class packets, and anyone in the world can purchase the tutorials per Stampin' Up rules. My team will get my PDF tutorials for free. So if you're on the team, do not buy those tutorials. In my classes, we cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. Unless otherwise stated, you may need to own the featured bundle dies to complete your projects, which will be the case with today's class. Featured bundle dies will be needed. And let's see, if designer paper or kit components are included with your class, you will cut that yourself, like cut up the designer paper. Okay. So first up is my monthly classes. So today is June 26th. So pretty much my June classes, except the one I'm offering today, are finished. So for July, I do 3 classes every single month, guaranteed, without fail, in person and to go. I've done this for almost probably 23 years or something like that. But anyway, they are card class, which is 4 cards, kind of like what we're doing today, where I supply everything. And later in the month, that will be free with purchase, or you can attend in person on July 18th if you're local. So there's card class. Then we have Stamp a Stack class, where you'll make 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each. This includes over $20 in merchandise, and you can join the Stamp a Stack club to get more perks and a discount. And then there's the wall art class and club, and that one is, again, it includes over $20 in merchandise. You make a full 12 by 12 piece of art. We're using the Summer Happiness Bundle, which is coming out in July, and it's going to be super fun. And then over 20 in merch. I got lost in my what I was saying. But anyway, so all 3 of those happen in person. Let me look back here. Sorry. On July 18th, or take it to go, and it'll be mailed on July 20th. So Stamp a Stack, 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each, using balloon festoons. So they'll be celebratory, birthday, etc. themed. I have not designed them yet, of course. And these are the cards from last month's Stamp a Stack, just to give you an idea of what kind of cards we make. This was the Fern and Flora bundle. They made 2 of each. We do cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible on these classes, including the featured bundle dies. And we, oh, and it includes over 20 in merch. I keep getting distracted today. I'm not even sure why. Okay, so that's Stamp a Stack. The club is going to save you $2 a month. After 6 consecutive months, you can you will receive a free gift from me. You can cancel anytime, of course. You may get an occasional extra gift from me for just because you're a club member. Again, it includes over 20 in merch and PDF and all the stuff. So you can join the club right now. The link to my blog is in the video right now, YouTube or Facebook and YouTube. You can join the club right now for July. The class only registration, I'm hoping to have all those links out by July 1st. That's on my to-do list this weekend. So make sure you're on my email newsletter. You can join it right now in the video. And then the wall art, this is the one we made this month with the Relaxing Waterside, I blinked out, bundle. And this is the wall art we made. So it's 12 by 12. You can put it in a shadow box like that right there. And it makes a great decoration for your home, your craft room, etc. This, again, is the one we made last month. Sometimes it is, of course, none of these 3 samples have that, but sometimes it's the 9 squares. Sometimes it's like this grow one with, it's just like sort of the 9 squares, but not. And that one is a wreath, a paper wreath. So I do different things. This one was like a collage, like a bulletin board collage. And side note, I have 2 of these left, 2 packets left. This is kind of what my class packets look like. So we cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. If you can see that right there. Well, you can't really see it, but in there is the stuff we did for you. You cut your own designer paper, like I already mentioned. There's some $20 in product, and yeah, so that's what the class packet looks like. Your 12 by 12 piece will be included. We don't cut your paper, your 12 by 12 down, etc. So super cute. I think it's nice, and we cut relax for you. It's in there, it's cut, and we cut that relax, that designer paper for you as well. Thank you. Oh, Robin, you talking about the light? I turned on, you can't see it, but there's a light up here that I usually don't turn on for my videos, but I turned it on today. So thank you. It does make them a little like special. Okay, did I say everything about that? I think so. So that's the class. I will be using a summer theme in July. All right. Any questions, let me know. And if you want, I have 2 packets left for that old wall art from this month, if anyone needs that. Thank you, Robin. I know I might, oh yes, Rhonda, you can, but you will, well, no, there's no but. I can invoice you. Let me write it down. I don't know what I was going to say about the light, Robin. All right, I'm putting Rhonda down for 1 wall art packet. But if I forget, Rhonda, text me. Okay. I think I said it all. Next up is the Memory Keeping Made Easy Club. I keep talking about this, but it's really good, in my opinion. I only got pictures on 4 pages last night because I had to get up early for this video today. Otherwise, I would have stayed up and added pictures to my other pages, but I'm going to show you what we made last night. We get together on Zoom once a month. I designed 6 pages for them. They get enough supplies to make many more than that. But they get the supplies to make 6. I do PDF full instructions for 4, and the other 2 are very simple with measurements. So they can make that. There's a separate cutting video, and then we do the Zoom to assemble together and share tips. I give a course, a lesson each month that's about 20 to 30 minutes, and then we do our pages together. They can ask questions, etc., etc. It's fun. They show their versions sometimes right there on the Zoom. We also have a Facebook group. It's really good. You get like $48 in merchandise in this club, I believe. Let me check my graphic. Yes. And the price includes shipping. So if you are local, it's only $56. $65 is with shipping. I've had a lot of my local people comment about the price, and that does include shipping. So $56 if you're local. It includes at least $48 in product, PDF, my instruction, my course. So it's a great value. All right, so you can join anytime. These are the pages we made last night. We did do a technique there with some ink blending. Where is it? Oh my gosh. I don't know how the camera is. So we did those. I mean, that one. We did this one. So nice. And I'm really encouraging them to do them on the Zoom. They don't have to, of course. You don't even have to come to the Zoom. Less than half made it last night. And do that journaling right away so you don't forget names, dates. And some people are doing like much older photos instead of current. And like we had someone, now I did not journal on this one last night. I still need to. We had someone last night comment how she put the names, very important, and she just has to get their ages from those photos. So, you know, sometimes you got to do a little research. These are the two I didn't get my photos added to. But these were the bonus projects. So, but they have all the supplies to make those. So anyway, that's the Memory Keeping Made Easy Club. And I strongly encourage you to check it out. Check it out. You get PDFs for all of those, cutting video, the supplies, the Zoom, etc. And I record the Zoom so those who couldn't be there get to watch it because I make the pages on there. Okay. Anyways, so join the Memory Keeping Made Easy Club. Where? On my blog, stamptherapist.com. Just go right there and you can join it. There's a bunch of links at or pages at the top. You can go to that page. Any questions, let me know. Thanks, Linda. We did have fun. Oh, okay, Robin. Cool. No problem. I'll put Robin down. Where'd I put the paper where I wrote Rhonda's name? Cool. Sold. Thank you. Okay, and hello, Linda. Good morning, by the way. I was trying to read all those comments, and I couldn't talk and do it at the same time. Okay, cool. So I got y'all down for those kits. Next up is one-day retreat. I forgot to add this to my graphic, but I have chosen my product, and again, I'm trying to get all my links set up this weekend. So the one-day retreat in person, you can register for right now. We still have a few spots left. It's in Cedar Hill, Texas. It is, let's get this graphic so I can remember my details, July 25th. 1 day of work on anything you want, hang out with cool people, listen to some music, and craft away, basically. There is a small goodie bag included for make and take projects, a gift for attending, etc. Now, so you can register for the in-person right now. The link is out there. It's on the blog under events. It will be offered to go, and I chose the product I'm using. So our 4 make and takes are going to be Winnie the Pooh themed. We're going to use the Sweet Old Friends bundle and the Sweet Words and Labels bundle. Okay, so it's going to be cute. You're going to make 4 cute projects with that included with your fee, and then you can work on whatever you want, of course, the rest of the day. And my add-on class that will be optional to add on is using the Flowering Meadow bundle. And once I get my to-go registration set up, you'll be able to take one or the other or both to go. Okay, so that is coming up. Let me look on this graphic again. I don't remember if I put the deadline on there, but it's July 25th is the date of the event. So the deadline is going to be around probably July 12th. Okay. So there's that. Here's a picture of the room set up last time. It was perfect, honestly. We can't hold a ton of people, but we don't overcrowd it. Like I cut it off so that everybody's comfortable. All right. Don't forget to register for the paper and ribbon share from the upcoming July online exclusives release with Stampin' Up. So I've shown all these papers on a previous video. They're 6 inches by 12 inches, with the exception of this 6x6 paper, which is adorable. 3 ribbons, 2.5 yards of each. And there's some die cuts here on this sheet, and you get 1/2 a sheet of the die cut. So I cut around them carefully so that you're not getting a partial die cut. So you can register for that. I'm ordering it July 1st. So I'm assuming I put June 30th as the deadline for that. And here's my graphic for that. So there are 27 sheets of designer paper, 7.5 yards of ribbon, a bonus gift of a little sampling of the gold gilded wings accents as just a little freebie for taking the share. You can register right now. It's $33 for pickup or $42 with shipping. So there are some great papers coming out in this release, by the way. So make sure you sign up for that ASAP. Links are on the blog right now, stamptherapist.com. Let me find my other pen. Well, I really want my black pen. Let's just get this one. Right. Oh, maybe this is a good one. Sorry, I lose pens all the time. Super annoying. And I'm constantly losing my favorite ones, which is this one. But I just found this one where I shouldn't be, so maybe it's a good one. Side note, this is my favorite pen, but I feel like they run out so fast. So, whatever. So this one might be dry is the long story short. Okay. Let me see. Oh, I was trying to understand my notes. Sorry. This show only has one producer, one host. I mean, there's the co-host, but they don't help, as you know. Okay. Coming soon. Again, hoping to set up these links this weekend and get them out to you guys. The August retreat is now full in person, but we will be offering it to go. April McCright and I work together on this one. Hey, Jenna in Hudson, Wisconsin. Good morning. Thank you, Robin. You're so nice. Okay, so August retreat will be offered to go. I just got to set up the links. We are using the Violet Dreams suite, 10 or more projects. That's a brand new suite with beautiful purple and a little bit of pink, in my opinion. Flowers and a really nice stamp set, all the stuff. So we're going to use that suite. You'll make 10 or more projects. You'll get gifts, a retreat bag, etc. So you can take that to go. Link coming up soon with more details. The 10 projects include cards, scrapbook pages, and a wall art, by the way. Okay, so that's coming very soon. And then there will be 2 add-on classes that are optional. And like always, you can take one class, the other class, or the retreat, or any mix of those for to go. So April is doing, I think I spelled poinsettia wrong. Thank you for not spell checking me, PowerPoint. Pretty Poinsettia Stamp-A-Stack, designed by April McCright, 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each. And then I'm doing the Summer Happiness cards and scrapbook pages, which is going to include the washi tape, and you're going to make cards and scrapbook pages. So full details coming out soon. And then the Jen and Jen Summer Camp is coming soon. This is an online event only. We have a Facebook party. We have 10 make and takes using that awesome Sunset Coast, the shimmery paper with the lighthouses and all the stuff. It's going to be awesome. 10 projects, half designed by Genevieve Coe in Canada. If you live in Canada, you can take this class through her. Same exact projects. A gift, the Facebook party, chance to win door prizes, etc. So that one's going to be awesome. And then again, 2 optional add-on classes. I'm doing the Halloween class with the Oh My Fright bundle, and Genevieve is doing the Simply Leaves class. So those are all brand new, or those 2 are brand new products coming up. So those are coming soon. Hopefully by July 1st on the Jen and Jen camp. That one might be delayed a little. The camp is not until, did I put the date? I forgot to put the date of the camp, but it is the end of August. So I still have time on that one, and the date won't really matter, the virtual part, because you can watch it later. All right. Any questions? Let me know. As y'all come on, please feel free to give a like, a thumbs up, say hi. It does help me. Even if you're watching replay, by the way, the comments still help. The sharing, everything still helps. But if you're here live, give a comment. Cindy, did I say hi to you? I don't know if I see. Good morning, Cindy. I do see your comment here, but I don't know if I commented. Okay, I missed some. Lisa, good morning. Good thing she's cute. That's right. Jeannie. That's right. Good thing she's cute. Happy hello to Jennifer Britty and all you lovely stampers hoping for rain today in Boise, Idaho. I love it, Lisa. So everybody, all you lovely stampers, Lisa saying hi. Susan, thank you for sharing. Cindy, good morning. Like I said, I missed you. And Jenna, yes, I got Jenna. Okay. Next is, and my last event to talk about for that I'm offering right now is the Alaska cruise. I looked yesterday and there's only 6 spots left now for crafters. 6 spots left for crafters. We can take as many non-crafters as we want, as you want. So bring your friends, family, whoever. It doesn't matter. Bring them. You can sign up for the crafting portion. They don't have to. And also anyone can sign up through us and not be a crafter. The more the merrier, no problem. Our travel agents will help you get the best deal, get the cabin you want, all the stuff. But we are cruising to Alaska. April McCright and I, my retreat partner. It is 6 spots left now. I totally forgot about updating this graphic, but that's all right. And we're leaving out of Seattle, Washington. We're going to Sitka, Skagway, Juneau. We will see the Indica Arm and Dawes Glacier from the ship. The ship will spin around in a full circle and a partial circle and more, and let you view the glacier and get lots of cool pictures and all the stuff. And then we'll go to Victoria in Canada. We'll be on Quantum of the Seas. Your crop room will be up on deck 13 with all of these windows. So A, lots of lighting. B, you can watch for whales. It's off the back of the ship, so you get to see the water going in the back of the ship. Anyway, it's really cool. And your fee will include, the dates are August 2 through 9, 2027, and your fee will include 4 full classes that are open stamping. You can come and go anytime you want. So you can go to your shows, your dancing. I don't know if they're going to have it on this one, but when I went on a similar cruise on the sister ship, there was tons of silent disco, which is my favorite. So lots of opportunity for fun, trivia, other games. This ship is awesome. So I got distracted. Oh, what's included with the fee? The classes, as well as some stamping demonstrations and your own half a table to crop on. Okay, so there you go. Sign up. The sooner you sign up, the longer you have to pay it off. You can make payments in any increments you want up until that deadline, which I think will be around April 2027. So lots of time to pay it off so you can spread that cost out, and we would love to have you. All right, that's the end of that segment of upcoming events. Oh, let's look at some pictures, though, from, hey, Elaine, good morning, from the last cruise. Lots of cool people, as y'all know. Door decorating contest, which is optional. Matching shirts, gifts every day, of course. Make and takes, class tables separate from your crop table. Just lots of fun. And food. I always say that, because, when you go on a cruise, there's unlimited food available, basically. Okay, now that's the end of that segment. Next up is deals and delights. Let's see what's going on. What kind of deals and delights do we have for you? First of all, make sure you're on my email list so you can get the recipe cards for today's projects emailed directly to you tomorrow morning. So usually that email goes out on Friday. This time, I'm going to try to print one of these from today. I forgot to do that. This week, the email will go out tomorrow, Saturday at 9 a.m. Central. And that will be the recipe cards are free. Sorry, I'm over here trying to print. Don't be slow, computer. Print. Okay, now. So, recipe cards. They have a picture of the project, the supply list, and the measurements. Those are free for the 3 cards I'm making today. Co-host decided to join. And that email goes out tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Central. So, sign up for the email list before then. Okay, and let me grab the one I just printed. Co-host is being very unhelpful. Literally sat in the middle of my notes that I'm reading out. Okay, come here. Get your face off the camera. You got to go on camera if you're going to come up here. Okay, here is Brittany, my sidekick / co-host. Are you going to talk today? Are you even looking at the people? You can't tell. Okay, yeah. She's not really looking at y'all, is she? But here she is. This is Brittany. She's very soft. Her fur gets all over my black shirts. And you can't hear her purring unless you put your ear on her neck or your hand on her throat. But she does purr. Yeah, she's purring. Okay. This is what she does while she switches her tail also. Lori called you a big fur ball. Linda said sweet fur baby. Ugh. And Robin says hi, Brittany. Okay. I hope you're happy. Okay, next up is what? Product of the month. So I didn't check it this morning, but as of yesterday, if you missed out on the product of the month, you can get it in French still. With a $75 purchase, the product of the month is $5. Limit 1 per person, period. So it's sold out in English because it's extremely popular, the one this month called Wild Bunch. But look, it's still available in French. So if you are placing an order, if you're a demonstrator or a customer, and you click on that thing to go view where it tells you view product of the month, it will say sold out under that stamp set, but look where it says right below it, EN for English and FR for French. Click on the French one if it's clickable, and it'll let you add that to cart. Okay, so the words will be in French, but the animals are language free. So there you go. Lots of cute samples with that one. Super cute. That's while supplies last always. Every single month, they are while supplies last. So that just is what it is. Last I checked, the Berry Botanical Vellum was still available. So I checked on both of those yesterday, but I forgot to recheck this morning. So there you go. If that's helpful, that's free with not free, but only $5 with a $75 purchase, limit 1 per person and limit 1 per order. So you could not add with 150, you could not add Berry Botanical and the French stamp set, but you could place 2 separate orders until they run out of stock. And then any order of $75 during the month is going to, whether you add that on or not, is going to get you a free tutorial from me with the product of the month. And there is the sneak peek of this month's free tutorial. It's designed by these awesome 12 demonstrators you see in the pictures here. Of course, you see some nice famous faces there. And I will email that to you in July if you order 75 or more from me in one single order in June 2026. Okay, so any questions on that stuff, let me know. The new product of the month that comes out July 1st is gorgeous. It's a stamp set and it's really pretty. It's different than this one. This month is super cute. This one is really pretty coming out. So stay tuned for that. Thank you, Elaine. She says Berry Botanical Vellum is still available. So this morning, right? We always have to clarify the minute we check something. Thank you, Elaine. Lisa, I do have 2 dogs as well. They are more my husband's pets. But yes, we have 2 dogs as well. And they're not allowed in this room due to how they behave. But yes, we have 2 dogs and her, and that's it. That's it. Although I put her down and she immediately jumped back up here, as you can see. What was I going to say about pets? Gosh, I lost it. Oh, well. I don't know. If I think of that, I'll say it in a second. Okay. Other steals and deals is Paper Pumpkin, of course. Don't forget, Paper Pumpkin is all inclusive. Even if you're an avid crafter and you do all the techniques, Paper Pumpkin is when you need that break and you need somebody else to do all the thinking for you. They've cut it. Even for me, for once, somebody's cut it, die cut, punched, embossed. All I have to do is stamp and assemble. And it's all inclusive. So you just open the box, make sure you have one clear block, and you can make the projects, and a pair of scissors, and you can make the projects. So the one for July is called Hooray for Birthdays. The deadline to get that is July 10th. Subscribe or purchase by the 10th. And if you get it through me or you're on my team, you will get a free tutorial with bonus projects from that month's kit, from the previous month's kit. Anyway, you get it. Okay, so if you're going to do the 3-month prepaid subscription and you want all three of these for July, August, and September, you need to do that by July 10th if you want all three of these in one payment for the 3 months. All of those options are on the website. When you click to shop with me, go to Paper Pumpkin and you'll see the option to do month to month, which you cancel anytime. That's a subscription, or pre-purchase 1, 3, 6 months, whatever. Okay, so thanks, Lisa. Let me see. Oh, I think I wanted to say this month's, where did I put this? Right here. If y'all remember last time I was on the show, I said I knew I had printed this, but I couldn't find it yet. I reprinted it and then I found it. But the description, July is called Hooray for Birthdays. July 10th is the deadline. It makes 9 cards, 3 designs, 3 of each, with 9 coordinating envelopes. You get holographic foil accents, pre-cut paper pieces, and printed stickers. 2-step flower stamps let you build multi-color blooms. Okay, so there's your little sneak peek info. Ooh, she's so heavy when I do this with one arm. Paper Pumpkin also makes a great gift, and when you're registering for that, there is a way to gift the subscription or the thing as well. So check that out. Any questions, just let me know. Okay, so we talked about that. Oh, and I already said it about the free tutorial. So there is a sneak, just a sampling of what we gave last month on our free tutorials. This is a different group of demonstrators that I work with on that one. Okay, I think that might be it for this segment of the show. Yes. Next up is the Stampin' Up news desk, the stamping news desk, but Stampin' Up. And I sometimes skip this, but I do have news just to make sure everybody is aware that coming up July 1st, which is so close, the new online products that I have sneak peeked to you guys in a couple of different videos. There's new Christmas stuff, Halloween stuff, summer stuff. A lot of the stuff I talked about that I'm using in upcoming events, the Violet Dreams, etc. It's all released July 1st to customers. And then also, if you're a demonstrator, limits are lifted at that time. So we've been limited to, for example, 2 of each designer paper pack. Well, now July 1st, we'll be able to order multiples of whatever we need. Of course, Stampin' Up has extremely popular products. Say that 3 times fast. I've got a cat here. Extremely popular products. And so they can sell out quickly when they're released, just like anything that's popular. So shop early to avoid disappointment. In general, they're going to restock it. They're going to order more, and they're watching those numbers closely. But if you want to get it in the first round, order sooner. Okay, also coming out July 1st, 2 new kits, which I cannot remember. Oh my goodness, Brittany bit me. I can't remember, my co-host bit me. If we have seen a sneak peek of those. I think we have, but I can't remember what they are. But anyway, because demonstrators get to see sneak peeks early. But 2 new kits are coming out, and our kits are all inclusive also. They make great gifts. They're awesome. And last but not least, the new product of the month starts July 1st. It doesn't always start on the 1st. So that's awesome that July 1st, any $75 order or more, you can add that new product of the month. Limit 1 per person. Okay. So those are that is my stamping news. And then I'm almost ready to go to my desk, but before we do that, let's check out my stamp therapy specials. So this week through Sunday only, I'm offering the cards I'm making today is a free class with order. I do have a sales goal I'm trying to meet in June, and I'm a little ways from it, however you want to say that. So to encourage you to help me, I'm offering you some free stuff with your online order. So if your order is starting yesterday, June 24 through 28, $35 or more, we will cut and prep this class packet and mail it to you for free about a week after that deadline, I think the following Monday. So we'll cut it. You will need to own the featured bundle dies. We'll supply you the designer paper and ribbon, but you will die cut from the bundle yourself. And then if that same order is $60 or more, we're going to give you the class packet plus a free full pack of Moody Palette Dots. And then if you bump that up to $100 or more, you'll get the class packet, you'll get the dots, and you'll get entered into a drawing for $60 in Stampin' Up merchandise of your choice. And that is for every $100 spent. If your order is $200, you get 2 entries and so on. Of course, all orders of $75 or more qualify to add a product of the month for $5 and my free tutorial for this month. So limit 1 free class per person. Now, if you are like, I like the class, but I'd rather not place an order with you. I'm a demonstrator. I don't need something, whatever. I am selling the class as well. If you go to my blog, I have the info there right now, stamptherapist.com. And the class, because it's a class, it's going to include some product. You'll cut your own designer paper. And, well, it's not really designer paper this time, you'll see, but a little bit. What's the and? And you'll make 2 of each card, so 6 cards total. So any questions, let me know. Details are on the blog right now. And that's my offer. My watch buzzed, and I didn't look in time, so I don't know what that was. Hopefully not the door. All right, let's get ready and point this camera down and see what's on my desk. Let me move my stuff around. Get ready. Change the camera. Ooh, this co-host is a little bit on my nerves right now. Camo. Okay. Ready? There we go. So today, let me grab one more thing here. Okay, these are the Moody Palette Dots. That's free with a $60 or more online order. I already showed you this. I just forgot to move it. And on today's projects, I'm going to use the Splash and Relax bundle, which is a really great summer bundle from Stampin' Up. So I'll go over that in a second. I'm using a tiny bit of this mixed up patterns 12x12 designer paper, mixed up patterns. And this paper is 12x12. I forgot if it's in the catalog, but it's in the online store. I believe it came out before this catalog release. So it might be online only, but either way, you can purchase it. It's available. And the patterns are literally, they actually coordinate with several older suites. And it's just really versatile, really versatile. I've shown this on a previous video where I went over all the patterns, but you got different color schemes, different patterns and styles, stripes, flowers, backgrounds, etc. And so I just used a couple of sheets of this, a couple of patterns from these sheets. It's this one, the balmy blue with the little design on it. I didn't use the back side of that. Then this balmy blue with white flowers and the daffodil, if that is Daffodil Delight, and white, yep, stripes. Okay, so anyway, you'll see that. And then I also used this right here, which is the Sunset Shimmer Vellum. Yep, Sunset Shimmer Vellum, 12 by 12 specialty paper, balmy blue, barely blush, and iridescent. So I used balmy blue. So you'll see that when I get to that card, but it is truly very shimmery. Only on one side though. Be aware, one side's dull. Not like it's fine, but it's not shimmery. And the other side is shimmery. There's the balmy blue. Like, well, I think these are both. I can't tell. I think these are both. Oh, yeah. Sorry. This is the Barely Blush, and this is the other one. I just already forgot what they called it. I'll look. Okay, so that is available right now. It goes with that Sunset Coast stuff. Iridescent was that other color. Okay, so that's that paper. I used a little balmy blue. And then I used, for me, well, technically it was my second time using these, but I used this 12 by 12 stencil. I'm going to use it on 2 cards. If you don't own it and you get the class kit, you could substitute, like just emboss the background or something. But anyway, these are called Water and Dotted Lines 12 by 12 decorative masks. You get 2. The dotted lines are literally, it's 12 by 12. They are tiny 16th inch holes. And then every 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I don't know, every different number of increments, the hole is a tiny bit bigger, and they are lines. I'm looking for a ruler. Straight across one direction, about a 1/4 inch between each line. So obviously you can sponge these on your card and make lines. You could turn it and make it both directions. You could go diagonal, whatever you want. And the actual image area is 12 inches. And then the plastic goes beyond 12 inches all the way around. Let me take this off so you can maybe see it a little more full there. There we go. So it will fit on a scrapbook page is the reason I'm showing you that, which is amazing. And then same for the water one. I actually got my pad out so I could put a new clean piece of paper on here. I keep promoting this grid paper because I think it's amazing. I told y'all, I think last time on the video, but in case you missed it, I hate it when I tear it like that though. That this goes great on a tray table if you use that in your house. It's a great tray table cover. But it's also great for scrapbooking because it's so large and it fits exactly perfectly on our glass mat studio. But just real quick here. You still can't see that good, but you get the idea. This is the same thing, 12 inches. It is, you'll see it when I put paper under it. It's called water. So it looks kind of like water, obviously, but it can also look like a stone path, just a random background, etc. Okay, so, and you see my washi tape on there. I use that today, so I didn't want to remove it. Okay, let me take this off. I've got some removable tape on here holding this paper down. Sorry, taking the time to do this on here, but had some things come up this week that interrupted me. Okay, so that's the Glass Mat Studio. That's awesome for, and you can stamp directly on it, by the way. You do not have to have scratch paper on it. Like, I mean, not stamp on it, but like you can just wipe ink off of it. Super easy. But you can also put this grid paper, which of course has centimeters on one side and inches on the other. And it's like a perfect fit. So, and the glass mat gives you, in case you're like, what is that for? It gives you a nice, firm, flat stamping surface. So, here we go. I'm going to grab my temporary tape that my friend Carmen gave me. A repositionable tape. And tack this down. Okay, so anyway, I'll talk about this bundle while I do this. How did I move that so bad? Goodness. This bundle, Splash and Relax, it came out, I believe, as an online exclusive. That means you just go shopping in the online store. That's where you find all our product anyway. It's the best place to shop. Get all of your choices. You'll even find some things on clearance that are discounted, etc. And it's an awesome summer bundle. Okay, so the stamp set is swim rings or float rings, or I forgot what those are called. But those things that you, when you go swimming and you put your body down inside that hole and your arms hang out and you do a lazy river float, for example. Yeah, that's what those are. And then Xana, good morning. Yes, I need a dark color. Ooh, yours is coming Monday. Nice. Oh, Xana, I heard about the like heat wave in the UK. That's crazy. It sounds like Texas in the UK. The heat wave. And y'all don't have air conditioning everywhere. Barbara, good morning in Mineral Point, Wisconsin. Good to see you. Okay, back to this bundle. Splash and Relax. So we've got the stamp set. Well, all my stamps are mounted, but stamp them in here. So yeah, they're larger than shown on the front of the case. So you've got the swim ring. Then you can add like a stripe of another color on top of the swim ring. I'll show you that today. And then you can add another detail on that. So you've got that one. Then you've got a small beach ball. The ring is about 1 3/4 inches, and the beach ball is about 1 inch. And then there's these shadows that you can add. I believe that's what these stamps are. I'm going to use one that way today to go. It's like a sliver of a moon looking stamp to go under the ring and beach ball. There is a little handle to put on the edge of the swim ring stamp. And then those are the images. The rest are words. Relax and enjoy. Thank you. Wishing happiness floats your way. It's your day. Make a splash. Fun in the sun. And hello, sunshine. And those words are a mix of some like typewriter font and a thick cursive. So that is the stamp set. The dies, you can cut out the swim ring. It cuts the circle around it, and it cuts out the middle. There's a 1 inch circle for that beach ball. And then all of the other dies are standalone. So you can make a pair of sunglasses with 2 dies, the lenses and the die. Just a little 1.5 inch long sunglasses. A pair of flip-flops, so cute. They're about 1 1/4 tall. The one die cuts out both flip-flops. They're about 1/2 inch wide, and it does etch little lines into them for details on the sole. And then there's a separate die that cuts out the straps that go on the top. There's a glass and a lid, or a cup and a lid, I should say, to make like a Frappuccino type cup or a shake, where it's, the glass, and it cuts out some little detail lines on one side that is 1 1/4 by 1. And then the lid is like that rounded plastic lid with a straw sticking out of it. So, and it has a little detail as well. Then there's a thing here that you might not know what it is unless Stampin' Up tells you, but it is the top portion of a bottle of like sunscreen. And then this is the bottom portion of that bottle, a separate die that you glue those together. And then there is a sun visor, one of those that has a hole in the top. So it's just the front of the visor, 2 pieces, a solid one and a more detailed one to put on top. Oh, and last but not least, I did forget to say this. You can die cut out the handle for the swim ring. And I'm going to show you the best way to stamp those when I do my demonstration. So there's 13 dies all together. And I think I said it all. Thank you. Sorry, it's showing y'all's YouTube names now, therefore. But I think that might be, oh, why am I blanking on your name? Darlin. I think that might be Darlin, maybe. But Blaze, yes, Hollywood, Florida. I think that's you, Darlin. But it's showing your YouTube name. So, is that you? Hello. All right. Here we go. Card number 1. Card number 1. My supplies. I got a white base. All 3 of these cards have a basic white card base today. That wasn't like on purpose, but that's just how it turned out. Basic white card base. So to make a card base, you take your 8.5 by 11 cardstock and cut it in half. You get 2 cards out of 1 piece of paper, and it will be easy to find an envelope because we sell them, and they're called medium envelopes. It's very economical, 2 cards out of 1 piece of paper, and it makes everything easy. So 8.5 by 5.5, or you could cut it in half the other direction and fold it the other way. We also carry these awesome clear envelopes, which are my favorite in that medium size. Okay, so I'm going to fold it in half with the bone folder. I'm going to align or leave it laying on the table, press the 2 edges against my thumbnail and align the 2 corners on the table, and then press, crease it, with the bone folder, which will give you less wrinkles on the inside than if you use your finger. Plus you don't get dirt from your finger on your card. So that's less wrinkles on the inside. There is a step further you can take to get even less wrinkles, which is to sorry, I'm trying to organize my stuff. Score it with the paper trimmer. Okay, then in the packet we will have the next layer is Balmy Blue. This will be a landscape card, so Balmy Blue layer. All these measurements will be sent out tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central in the email, so make sure you're on my email list. Then a layer of basic white to go on top of that. Then there is a scrap of basic white here. A pre-die cut, we will cut this one for you, circle, basic white circle from Stylish Shape Size. It's the second from the largest circle. If you don't have stylish shapes, I don't know what's going on, but you need them. You got squares, they're pierced edges, squares, circles, and banners. So you need that. And then a strip of that shimmer, sunset shimmer vellum in Balmy Blue that I told you about. Again, measurements tomorrow. And a piece of linen thread. If you get this class free with an order or purchase it, if your order is $60 or more, you'll get the Moody Palette Dots. And if you take the class, you'll get some Moody Palette Dots as well. So otherwise, if you do an order smaller, you can just put any dots you want on your project. Okay, so let's stamp this. Oh, before I do that, I should have shown this when I was showing the dies. I did just die cut each piece of paper from the dies and put it together just to show you what the dies, how they fit together. So there's the cup with the lid. This is just that swim ring unstamped with the 2 handles So, and the die cuts out 2 handles at a time. The stamp only stamps 1 at a time. This is the center of the swim ring. So do what you want with that circle. It's about a little 1/2 inch circle. This is that 1 inch circle for the beach ball. Even I think some of the greetings fits 2 dies, 1 for the lenses, 1 for the sunglasses, the flip-flops, you get the sole and the straps, and then the hat is the 2 pieces just to give a lot of detail. So those are the dies. Oh, and the lotion bottle basically, which you could use that for also like skincare, if you want to do a skincare type card or whatever. Okay, there's all the dies. So cute, right? Okay. And then, what am I looking for even? I'm getting myself confused. Okay, this card, I am going to heat emboss my greeting. So I've got a Versamark ink pad here. And I'm stamping in Balmy Blue. And I'm going to use the stencil on this card. Let me do my stamping first. Not even, yes I am. That's a lie. Okay. So I figured out for me, it's easier to do on the swim ring. You can do it without the second step. You can just do the full ring. But if you want to add the second step, which is the 4 single little sections of the swim ring, it basically has 8 sections on it. Sort of, there's unstamped lines in between. It's easier to align it if you stamp the 4 singles first and then the second step on top of it. And then there is that third one that you can add as details. So let me show you. I'm going to do Balmy Blue ink. And first, over to the side of this scrap of white, I'm going to tap, tap, tap all over. I want this nice and solid Balmy Blue. I'm going to stamp the 4 over to the side in Balmy Blue. And now I'm going to go ahead and clean that stamp off because I believe this is my chamois. It's just wet with water. It's been rinsed out, so that's just stains, but it's clean basically. Anyway, I'm cleaning it off because I think I'm using that in a different color, maybe on another card. Okay, step 2 for this card, I want Balmy Blue stamped off. So I'm inking it like normal. I want it fully inked. And then I'm going to stamp on my scratch paper fully. Again, I've got the glass mat under here. And then I'm going to align it. You really want to stop and pay attention when you do this. You could use the Stampin' Positioning tool to help with alignment. And put that one right on top. So it actually doubles up the ink on the first one you stamped, or if you're using 2 colors, the colors will mix, and I'm going to show you that in a little bit. But this is Balmy Blue on Balmy Blue, so it's just all Balmy Blue, light and dark. Okay. And then the third step, if you choose to add it, which I didn't on all of my projects today, is it's just these little line details. There's like, I believe 4 lines that you add on the lighter section here. If you did 2 colors, I suppose you could ink it again and turn it and put it on the next section. And it's just like little, almost like stripes on the ring. Okay. Then Stampin' Up showed us at On Stage, I don't know why they didn't put 2 of these stamps on one piece of rubber together of the little handle. I don't know. I think it was a mistake, but either way, what they showed us to do to be able to die cut out 2 stamped ones at one time. This little die here, these little handles on your float ring is yay, darling. I'm so glad to see you. It's been so long. I just cut that out. Okay, is cut these 2 handles out of a random scrap of paper. I chose a scrap I had over there, but that was a different color than what I'll be stamping in. So this is pecan pie. But And I put a little repositionable tape. So I got this off Amazon from a team recommendation. This is not good to use for gluing your cards together, but it is not permanent. It's repositionable. I put a little bit of that on here to hold this down. You can even unstick it a little bit. But I did find that, or you could washi tape it or repositionable tape it, whatever, sticky notes. But I found if I tried to hold it, it would slip if I just only tried to hold it. You want these to stay exactly where it is, and you're going to stamp inside it. So you might need readers, you might need light, you might need to put your face on top of it, etc. Which I'm going to move it down as far as I can so I can see. And then you just have to, and again, you might be able to use your stamping positioning tool, which is a product we carry now. And you stamp inside those two things. It's not perfect, but it'll be fine. And now you can die cut both out at one time. Okay. I am, like always, going to trim this apart and then die cut these out. What else? I'm also going to stamp on this card the shadow. I'm pretty sure this is a shadow to go under your float ring. So I'm using balmy blue ink. You definitely could use this as a half moon, by the way, a larger half moon. And I'm stamping that on the side of the pre-die cut white circle. Okay. Let me grab my die cut. What about my greeting? Oh, I'm going to heat emboss this greeting. Okay, so yeah, let me do this first, the die cutting, and then we will do the next step. Okay. Oh, I grabbed the big machine on accident. I would personally use the big one for my own stuff, but for videos, I'm using the smaller one currently because it fits under here so much easier. Looking for something. I don't know where it is. Oh well. Okay, so let me align these. I have found with this swim ring that you want the tiniest, I won't be able to hold it here properly and show you, but amount of white to be seen on either side of the edge of the swim ring. So I should be able, if I'm right on top of this, to see a little white here and a little white here to align it properly. You can't really tell if the center is aligned because the hole is bigger than that hole. And I will go ahead and use a sticky note and hold this in place when I'm ready. And then not only the teeniest amount of white, but also even, like all the way, it's like a half circle area that you can see. And then these you just align like normal. Center those little handles as best you can on the, or within the die. The sticky note or washi tape or post-it tape or repositionable tape just holds it in place while you run it through so it doesn't slip, hopefully. So we got our two little handles. And our swim ring. And I've just been saving all these little centers for whatever I want to do with those circles at another time. I did stamp these on white paper in case I did not say that. Okay, so for this card, I think I'm done with that part. Now I'm going to, I'm not very organized today. Okay, now I'm going to do the stencil. I'm going to use the stencil on 2 cards today. On this card, I am again going to use this repositionable adhesive. I do find, actually I might want it up higher, and this comes off. So it just literally comes off with your hand. This adhesive. I do find that it's better to have this paper where it won't move when you're stenciling, because the stencil is so large you can't hold the paper down well at all. And if you tape the paper, it may or may not interfere with your stenciling depending on what you're doing. Okay, let me get a solid piece of paper. If you notice, there are different sizes of these water holes, bricks, flagstone, whatever you want to call these. There's smaller areas and larger areas. So you can pick the section you want for your project. And I don't want these huge ones on this one. I want a little bit smaller. So I'm going to go for right about here. And I want these smaller ones up in the top left of this card. So I'm going to move my washi tape down closer to the project. Yeah, that's probably good enough, but I don't want the paper to move and I don't want the stencil to move. Even got a piece over here. Okay. And then this one will be Balmy Blue. And I just want a little section of, I'm just faking this right now, on the top left, but not to the edge of the card. Coming down a little to the bottom right. So ink it up, tap it off on scratch paper or the glass mat, either one's fine. And then just kind of swirl it. You can still hold your paper wherever you want or can while you're doing this, and I'm kind of holding paper and stencil at the same time. Also, I have baby wipes available to wipe off the stencil because it's plastic, so of course ink could and will stick to it, and then you touch it with your hand and you'll get that on your hands, or touch paper to it. You can lift it up like any stencil and check before you're finished, and I definitely think I need it a little darker. Phone rang and scared the poop out of me. Okay. That might be more than I intended, but that's good. Okay. That's fine. Let me lift this paper up. I don't really need to remove the removable adhesive since I'm going to glue this down to a project, but if I want to, I can with my hand, or if it starts giving me trouble, I'll just remove it. I'm going to wipe this off real quick. I don't know about y'all. Does anybody use baby wipes for anything? I don't like this new packaging. I know it's probably more environmentally friendly maybe than the boxes, but I can't ever get them to seal back properly. So then I have to put it in a baggie, which is fine, but so it doesn't dry out. Anyway, I'll wipe it off. A little bit of ink there, and then I'm ready for the next one. I'm like, where can I put this wet baby wipe? Let's set it over here. Okay. What's next? Now I'm going to do heat embossing, which I should have thought about this and done the stenciling first. I do want to make sure this ink, like, it should be dry. Powder should not stick to it. However, you never know. So I want this ink to be really dry before I do my heat embossing because I only want it to stick to my greeting. The greeting I'm using says Hello Sunshine, and it is the largest greeting in this set. So it's really nice to put up here in the top left corner on top of my stenciling I just did. What did Rhonda say? Hold on. Oh my goodness. Oh, peppermints at Christmas. What's peppermints? Oh, the beach ball, maybe? Good idea. I'm like trying to catch up here. And my co-host is trying to come over here and ruin everything. He doesn't understand about heat embossing. Okay, so heat embossing. You need a heat tool, not a blow dryer. Will not work. You need a heat tool. That's what gets hot enough. You can add on, if you want, the Embossing Additions Toolkit, which comes with tweezers, an embossing buddy, and the tray, and a brush to take off excess powder. The tray is for, you can put the paper in here, pour the powder on top of it. Pretend this is, okay, pour the powder, cap off the excess, unscrew this, and funnel it all back into your jar of powder. And the tray is great for that. You can tell I've used it. However, I also, from years and years previous, I have these old containers where I have my powder in them for each color. So I use these. And then these are the powders. So these are the basic or metallics. Wow, embossing powders. You get silver, which is what I'm going to use, gold, and copper. That's our current ones. I have some old ones too there, but anyway. Okay, the Embossing Buddy is great for removing static. If you don't have this, grab a dryer sheet and rub it all over your paper, an unused dryer sheet. You don't want that static on there. Very important. Also, try not to touch your paper too much when you're heat embossing, because the oils from your hands you will see fingerprints of embossing powder if you do that. And Versamark ink is the ink you need for heat embossing because it's sticky, and the powder, it will stay sticky long enough for the powder to stick to well. I'm going to put this grading over here top left, but not like in the corner, just top left section. And then I'm going to, probably should remove that. Powder is probably going to stick to it right now, but it's fine. It won't hurt anything. So you saw what I did, right? Scooped, tapped, and now I'm removing any excess. You can also lightly thump from the back to remove excess, and then you have the powder on there. It's not very pretty yet. It's a little grainy in person, but turn up to number 2, high heat, and heat it. If you have a small piece of paper, you can use those tweezers to hold the paper so you don't burn your fingers. This will get very, very hot. It just takes a minute to heat up, so I just leave it pointing at my project so I can see when it starts changing and melting and embossing. It already heated up, and just keep it moving. Keep it pushing, as they say, so you do not overheat it. And it goes real quick and done. Don't overheat it, so don't stay on one section too long. As soon as it melts, move on. Check it when you're done in the light like this for any grainy or dull, not shiny silver section, and just turn the heat back on a second there and fix it, and that's it. So hello sunshine. Very easy. Let me unplug this so I can move it. By the way, if you don't have a silver powder or heat embossing and you get this class, you could substitute, you can just stamp it in blue or any color you want, even a gray. Oh, goodness, a lot of powder. A gray ink would be similar to silver. was a lot of powder. Okay. Powder always gets everywhere, no matter how careful you are. Okay, let's assemble this. Pick that up. All right. I think this tape runner is almost empty. So probably I'm going to have to refill it on this video. It's getting close to that red. But this is my Stampin' Seal, my favorite adhesive. This is permanent, so not like that other one's not going to hold your card together. Just got to the red section, the orange, red, whatever. This will be a very skinny border, so be aware of that when you place this on the white on the balmy blue, that it's a real skinny border. Like that. Robin says, I started heat embossing from the bottom and it doesn't blow the powder off. Interesting. I didn't think the powder was blowing off. I will have to test that theory. Good idea. Okay, just ran out. Another successful, fully used one. Have about 100 of those over here. Anyway, always, I actually just cleaned this off last night because I was showing someone on the Facebook, on the Zoom for scrapbooking club, memory keeping club actually. But anyway, so I showed them, but usually there's a lot of gunk to clean off. You need to do that every time you refill your adhesive. And then when you put a brand new one in here, there won't be any sticky there. So just roll it a second with your finger until the adhesive is there, and then be good to go. Skinny border again. So I'm looking at all sides. Also, I like to put something darker under it when I have a white base, because then otherwise I can't tell if I'm aligning it properly. The next layer will be the vellum. And so normally we don't put this kind of adhesive on vellum because it shows through, but I didn't know what else to do. So I just kind of tested it with this one, and you can't really see it through. So I did 3 sections, the 2 edges and 1 in the middle. And this piece of vellum should be 5 1/4 inches long, the same length as that white paper. And so it goes across the bottom section there about probably 3/4 of an inch from the bottom across left to right on this landscape card. And yeah, you can't really see the adhesive through the vellum, I guess because it's so thick and it's shimmery, so that's good. Then the ring, I have seen people attach these handles on top of the ring and under it. So I don't know. I mean, well, I will say, but I've seen Stampin' Up always do it under. So I don't know if there's a right or wrong really, but that's what I'm going to go with. So I put some adhesive using my silicone craft sheet so I don't get excess adhesive all over the table at the very edge. And I want it under my little handles, under the dark blue part. So that's where I put some adhesive. And then I'm just going to leave this ring down on my silicone sheet and pick it up. And that is going to be a temporary adhesive because that's barely touching. But I will add, if I was going to put this flat on my project, I would add more adhesive to the back of that handle. But I'm going to use dimensional, so I'll put a dimensional on it. Okay, so I'm going to add Stampin' Dimensionals now. How are we doing over here? How do you get the gunk off the tape runner? I just use my hand. Does anyone use alcohol wipe? Susan's asking. Hey, Cindy, no problem being late. I literally just always use my hand. Pulling it apart. So I pinch real hard here and pull and roll it up, throw it away on all 4 sections. I've never used any kind of wipe on any adhesive. I'm not saying that's wrong. I just never have done that. Like, I don't think it would hurt anything. And I don't know how old this one is, but that's how this one looks. I do have some that look worse, like they're ugly, but like they work. I think this one's maybe a little bit newer of a holder, maybe. I only use my fingers, Robin says. I mean, that's one other person. So, okay, cool, Susan. Awesome. Hopefully that helps. And other people are probably thinking the same question. Okay, so I've got my mini Stampin' Dimensionals, which are my favorites, but you can use the big ones as well. But I did find that if you take one mini Stampin' Dimensional and cut it in half, it can fit on the handle portion of the handle, if that makes sense. So then once I put this on my project, it'll be nice and secure. This is going to go on the circle. The reason we were talking about that last night on the Zoom was someone was having trouble with their seal, which is common, especially if you're new to it. And all of us were giving tips. What was I going to say? Oh, but one tip was if it's giving you trouble in the middle, maybe open it up and clean it out, like in the middle of using it. It's not empty yet. Okay, so I've got my ring. I've got my 2 little handles. I want this shadow to kind of be, the circle is going to go on the card in that section on the bottom right after the greeting. So I'm going to turn the ring so that the 2 handles are catty corner here like that. Hopefully that makes sense. And then the little shadow under it, see, I guess that's what it's supposed to look like, which it does look cute to me. I'm just saying, I only could find one sample that used it on Pinterest. And I did not, of course, see that Stampin' Up! Used it. So I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's just a little shadow, accent, shadow, whatever. So dimensionals on the circle. The ring is on dimensionals. It's going to go on here where the shadow is facing the bottom right corner. And then finish it off real simple. We've got our Moody Palette Dots and the linen thread. I talked about this last month. So like if we were cutting this class, I have this thing that says linen thread double bow, but it also works for twine. Anything as skinny as linen thread. If you see, if you wrap this around all the way and then cut it right there, that's how long. So this is how long we always make my twine if I'm cutting for a class. But if you have the whole roll, you can keep wrapping it around and you can cut for like up to, I don't know how many, probably 20 or more. So when I count, I go 1, 2, 3, and so on. So that would be 3, and I would cut right here, wherever this ends. If you started it here, it doesn't matter. Cut right there, and you'll have 3 of that length. So you always have to test these, though, if you make them, because the thickness of the chipboard changes the length, depending on if it's ribbon or twine or whatever. That's why that one's only for linen thread. And I'll measure this. I think it's 20 inches of twine. Yep, it gives you about 20 inches if you do that, or the way I've cut it. Okay, so this is 20 inches. That's what we'll give you in your class packet. You'll cut it in half, and you'll make a single bow out of the 2. It's a regular bow, I don't do bunny ears on thread or twine because I can't. Regular bow. And trim. This bow I'm just going to put over here on the left side of the ring with a glue dot. And then the dots in this Moody palette, they are Cloud Cover, Old Olive, Secret Sea, and White. So that's actually Cloud Cover, but I am going to use it, just putting it on the edge of this circle on the left side. I am going to use the Cloud Cover on this card, and it looks fine. It's not a perfect match, but it looks fine. Do I have a take your... Oh, yeah. Thought I lost my take your pick tool. So I'm going to do a medium and 2 smalls. You get 2 sizes, medium and smalls. They're shiny. They're not, they are like a circle. It's raised up, but yet they don't give too much bulk to your project. And I just put those in the top left corner. And that is card number 1. Card number 1. Here's my original. Isn't this such a happy stamp set? Even if you don't like to swim or go to water parks or any of that stuff, it still makes you feel like, yes, summer. Even if it's too hot outside, summer is awesome. And if you take the class, by the way, you will make 2 of each card. Okay, so that was it. Card number 1. Now we'll go to card number 2. Card number 2. Oh my goodness. Let me get my act together. Okay, I have a white card base, and this one, we got a lot of die cutting to do. Now, I have pre-done it, but remember, you will need your bundle if you get this class from me. So, we have a basic white card base. Let me go ahead and fold that in half to get it out of my way. If I see my bone folder. Oops. Okay. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, V. Glad y'all like that. This card will be portrait up and down. So our next layer is Melon Mambo, a really pretty. I had a post the other day on my page. It was National Pink Day, which, by the way, Robin is the one that informed me it was National Pink Day. So thank you very much, Robin. Thanks, Desiree. Thanks, Cindy. But then I didn't personally mention Melon Mambo, but then I was making these projects and Melon Mambo looked really good with it. And I was like, you know, I do not give Melon Mambo enough credit. It's a really good pink. So Melon Mambo, next layer, and then Pool Party. Again, I'll email out these measurements tomorrow. There's a scrap of basic white. And then for you, when you take this class, we will provide you pieces of paper. Well, we'll pre-die cut this banner. This is from Stylish Shapes. It's that sort of medium banner for your greeting. And then we'll provide you pieces of paper to cut all this stuff out with your dies. So you will cut the cup. This is actually the wrong color. I'm ordering the correct color. This is blush. It's the nude blush. Barely blush. However, it needs to be bubble bath. It's going to look a lot better as bubble bath. It will be this color pink instead of this lighter color pink. Yours will be bubble bath. I have to order it. This is the painted patterns 12 by 12 designer paper that comes in our color families. So I need to order subtles so I can have Barely Blush and Pool Party, which I'm going to use for these flip-flops. I just didn't have that paper on hand. This is the in color painted patterns paper, which is super cute. It has large dots and small dots. But anyway, This is too light, but you get the idea. Then you're going to cut a white lid for that cup and a vellum lid. And they're going to go right on top of each other. That's our thick vellum cardstock, so it can look like it's a lid. Then you'll cut your Melon Mambo sunglasses and your silver foil lenses. How cute. And then Pool Party, but it'll be the polka dots for the bottom, the sole of the flip-flops. See those lines it etches on there, by the way, all that detail. It actually cuts those lines, but they're just for decoration. And then basic black for the straps on the flip-flops. Basic black. And then the bottle of lotion is Lemon Lolly for the bottle and Daffodil Delight for the lid, I guess, of the bottle. Okay, so that's all that die cutting. And then for stamping, we've got a scrap of white and the banner. So we've got your favorite pinks are Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink, but I'm team purple. I like it, Lori. At least you can admit there's some pretty pretty pinks, even though you're team purple. I like that. And Robin said, I look up what is special about today on Google every day for a work project. I love it. Thank you very much, Robin. Yeah, because Robin just texted me. She's like, oh, and happy pink day, like other stuff. And oh, happy pink day. So thank you, Robin. Let me see. I need a few colors for this one. Yes, all of these. Oh, and Balmy Blue. Yes, right? Okay, these are the colors I used on this card on ink. I needed 2 pinks, Melon Mambo and Bubble Bath. I needed 2 blues. I got Pool Party and Balmy Blue, and 2 yellows, Daffodil Delight and Lemon Lolly. Okay, so those are all the colors I'm going to use right here. So I need those swim rings again. I'm going to do 2 different colors on this card. No hand. Oh, that's a lie. I am doing the handles. Okay. I'm going to do the blue ones first. So what I did was in Balmy Blue, did number 1, the 4 solid ones. I don't know where I put my cleaning thing, my chamois. Oh, literally. I picked it up to move it to look for it. Here's my chamois. Clean it off because I'm going to do another color. And then I put Pool Party on top of this. Get these out. So this is where I discovered that when you mix the colors, it can change them. So when you put Pool Party on top of Balmy Blue, I'm going to get where I can see this. It changes the Balmy Blue to another color. It's like a teal sort of color. FYI. But it looks cute for this card, so I kept it. And then I did add the lines, the little detail lines to this one in Balmy Blue on top of that Pool Party, which is the lighter. Okay, so there's that. And then the other ring on this card, I want 2 in 2 different colors. The other one is going to be Bubble Bath and Melon Mambo, which is really nice for a pool ring. So first I'll do the dark one, Melon Mambo. Tap, tap, tap. Then Bubble Bath. Get where I can see. It's so cute. That does give candy cane vibes, by the way, Rhonda. And if you align it right, you still have the white lines in between. That's why I get so close. It's if you have, decent vision, which I understand some people do not, it is easy to see that alignment. Then we have the little beach ball. That's going to be our yellows. But before I close up this melon pad, I want to stamp my greeting. So this card I'm going to put wishing happiness floats your way. Ignore my writing on there. I'm going to use Melon Mambo, and I'm going to stamp it. So tap, tap, tap all over the pad, different spots, over to the right side of this banner. Again, I have a firm surface under there. You can use the Stampin' Pierce mat instead, but a nice firm surface for stamping is best for these stamps. Okay, and we need the beach ball. So again, it's going to be best to do the 4 single lines first in the darker color. So that'll be Daffodil Delight. And if you only have one yellow pad, you can do the stamping off method to get that lighter color. And then Lemon Lolly for the light one. So it goes right on top just like this, but I kind of it's okay. I kind of went crazy when I set it down. Anyway, you align it just like the other one. It's just a different shape is what I was trying to say. And then you have that little beach ball with 2 different colors. Then, that beach ball was supposed to be lower, but it's fine. Also stamp the rings. Darn, I forgot. They need to be Melon Mambo. It's fine, but I was trying to be efficient with my color usage. Also, while I'm saying this, I forgot to say that included in your pack will be a piece of Bubble Bath faux linen ribbon that we're going to use on this card. Okay, so we get our little stencil thing back out that we made, which I will just keep inside my pack of, like my die packet with these dies for my handles. And Melon Mambo handles. And if this doesn't work for you or you don't want to mess with it, you can just stamp one, cut it out, stamp one, cut it out. Like that's fine as well. Okay. Now, what I was about to say till I saw those things is through the magic of TV, you die cut all that out. So you hand cut it apart and then die cut it out. And they're so cute. So cute. I saw somebody made a card and they had 2 of these. I believe it was 2 of these big ones. Yeah. And they had a P and an L at the end, each end, and it spelled out pull. Or maybe it was, I don't remember now which balls they used. But anyway, I thought that would be, it was on a card, but I thought it would be so cute for a scrapbook page to spell pull that way. Anyway, think of these as O's also. Okay, so die cut all that out. You saw me die cut on the last card, so you don't have to wait for that. All right. So now we just got a lot. Oh, I am doing stenciling on this card as well. And then we'll have just a lot of assembling. So this one is, I'm going to use that temporary adhesive. This one is Pool Party is where we're doing the stenciling. And this time I'm doing the whole sheet. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, well, it can matter if you want to pick the section you want, but I just chose to do one of the corners of the stencil. So top, well, I'm saying top left, but who knows what you would turn it as top left. But anyway, so I taped the paper down. I taped the stencil down with washi tape, and I'm going to do Pool Party now. Pool Party ink on Pool Party paper. Okay, so just like before, pick it up, tap it off on scratch, and roll. Thank you, Desiree. She says, I really like your colors. This time, I kind of just looked at a bunch of samples on Pinterest to see what color schemes they were using, since I didn't have designer paper to pull from. I wasn't using a specific designer paper this time, which is where I usually get my colors from. But I didn't go deep and read what they were using, but they looked like Pool Party, Mellow Mambo, you know. And I was like, which pink goes with Mellow Mambo? Oh, Bubble Bath, etc. Which light one? So that's where I got the color schemes from. Inspiration online. I'm loving these stencils so much. I wanted to make a scrapbook page just to show on this video, like just to show you this finished sample, and I ran out of time. But you can, there's a lot of samples on Pinterest where they use this whole thing and do a background on their 12 by 12 paper. Okay, let's see. Yeah, there's a lot more there than it appears in real life, but I think I need just a little bit more. I always have a lighter touch, not on purpose, than other people, so it takes me a little bit to get it dark. Okay, we'll go with that. That's good. This also looks like giraffe stripes, by the way. I mean spots. So you could use it for zoo stuff or giraffe pictures or whatever. Okay, my baby wipe here. I just like to wipe it immediately because I'll forget. I'll put it away dirty, whatever. There we go. Okay, now assembly. Lots of little pieces to put together. I'll grab the silicone craft sheet. I did, yours may not be this way, the piece we give you, but I didn't realize the piece of silver foil that I grabbed out of my scraps had adhesive on the back. I had apparently put adhesive sheets on the back, so that silver for the sunglasses actually has adhesive sheets on the back. I found out because I put this adhesive on it, and when I stuck it to my card, it popped off, and the backing stayed on the card. It's like, oh, I guess I did that at some point and forgot. Okay. So actually, I'll just go ahead and do those. So little sunglass pieces for the lenses. I tried to look up what style of sunglasses these are, like what it's called, and I couldn't find it online. Like I couldn't figure it out, but I feel like it's a certain style or brand. They're super cute though. And they're just like the front of the sunglasses as if they were folded and the little handle is sticking out the bottom. Okay, so again, this is our thick specialty vellum. It's not colored or shimmery or anything, but I just put like a whole strip of adhesive, like tape runner on it, and it put it on a piece of white cardstock, so it did not seem to show through. The lid, white lid on, or vellum lid on white lid. Hold on. And it just makes it more frosty, like a actual lid. And then that lid right on top of the cup, which yours will be a better color. Okay, then the little flip-flop straps here. You could do adhesive sheets on the back of all of these little pieces, by the way, to make them easier to stick. Not easier, but you know, whatever. There is a strap for the left foot and the right foot. It's pretty obvious when you have them in front of you which is which. And then I just put adhesive at the bottom back of the tube of sunscreen and then stick that to the lid of the sunscreen. And on my pull float, look at that. I'm just putting adhesive on the back again where I want the rings, the handles, and doing just exactly what I did before. Just stick those down. So I want the melon handles against a bubble bath section. Okay, what is going to end up having dimensionals on this card is the flip-flops, the ball, the melon mambo ring, and the frappuccino. Oh wait, and the sunscreen. So the sunglasses and the blue pull ring will be flat. My greeting will actually be flat. I'll deal with that in a minute. And again, I need to cut a dimensional in half for my handles. Okay. How we doing? I would call them Barbie sunglasses. That's a good one. V. Jennifer, what club this is for? Lisa, this is like a standalone thing, so anyone can get it. You can either place an order with me online starting yesterday of 35 or more, or purchase the class as a single class. Right there it says or for sale. But I'll make a note and I'll email you the info. I have to make it right now or y'all know I'll forget in 5 seconds. And then you can decide if you like those choices and want to do it or not. But yeah, this is a standalone class. Okay, before I put the stuff on my pool party, I'm going to attach my greeting. So on the back of this banner, I put adhesive on the right-hand side, and I told y'all to stamp it over to the right. So the left part, this greeting is going to be on this pool party portrait on the bottom left, about a 1/4 inch or so from the bottom, maybe 3/8 to a 1/4. And hang the excess off the left side and trim that off. I'm going to hold this here so I can maybe get a screenshot because I didn't take a good picture when I was doing making the sample. Anyway, you're going to cut it off from, I recommend flip it over so you can see, and cut it off from the back. So the greeting goes on like that before it gets attached to this melon cardstock. But now I'm free to go ahead and put it on the melon if I'm ready. Pool party to the melon, the skinny border. And then this on the white base. I may sneeze in a minute, not sure. Nose wants to sneeze. Okay, white base, a little crooked, it's fine. Okay, then I will just build up this little scene here of all this summer stuff. Just a reminder, this card says, wishing happiness floats your way. Actually, let me peel off all these dimensional backs first, so I'll be ready. So I think this card could be for anybody. They don't need to be into swimming in pools or not. It's just a cute card for this time of year. Okay, I'm going to do the pull rings kind of in the center, blue, they're in the center, but blue bottom right, pink top left, overlapping each other, pink on top because it's on dimensionals. Then this beach ball will go on the top right, overlapping both pull rings. Then the sunscreen over here on the right at a little bit of an angle, overlapping a little bit on the ball and the pull ring. Then my drink will go on toward the left at an angle, touching the rings as well. Sunglasses are flat. They're at an angle below the sunscreen, more toward the sunscreen. And then the two flip-flops will kind of be offset from each other, overlapping sunglasses tucked under that drink a little bit. This might be a little bit lower than my original sample. Maybe not. Maybe it's a little bit lower. It's fine though. It just floated down. Just kidding. And then to finish it off, I want to add my bow and some dots. So I'm going to move these because I may be done with them. Let me also clean a little bit. I have trash where y'all can't see it, but I keep like putting my hand in it and stuff. Okay, the bow. So I'm going to make a small bow with this faux bubble bath faux linen. So 2 bunny ears. Still need lots of space in between them, even though it's a small bow. 2 tails that are about equal. Loop or bunny ear in each hand between forefinger and thumb. Forefinger and thumbs pointing at me so that I'm keeping the ribbon flat and straight. I cross this right loop over the left. My co-host is trying to come in and help. I'm like, now you want to help? And through the rabbit hole with that right one. Hello, you cannot even tie a bow. Maybe she wants to wear this. So smaller than this bow. So just keep pulling on those loops until you get it the size you want. Oh my goodness. Look, it does look cute on her. Right? Sorry, I'm just trying to show them how the bow would look on you. I will put it on your face, but your face is off camera. Come on. I did get bit earlier, so now I'm scared I'm going to get bit. Look, she locked in. She said, no, no, I'm staying. Come on. You see I'm working. You see I am scared to pick her up. Sometimes when I grab, see, she tried to bite me. Girl, thank you. Let's go. Let's go. Sometimes when I try to pick her up, she bites me. Okay, so the bow is down here. Oh my goodness. Oh, keep going. At the corner of the greeting and also corner of the drink, basically. I could maybe try to move it somewhere else because my card might be a little bit off balance for my original, but I think it still looks best here. So that's where I'm going to leave it. Trim the edges if needed. I like my new Stampin' Up! Scissors for this one. By the way, when the catalog or when the new product goes live July 1st, these won't be available probably yet, but they will be in by the end of, I think by the end of August. They're much more popular, I think, than Stampin' Up! Anticipated, considering that most demonstrators already had the other scissors. Okay, so we got that. Our dots, we've got these Secret C, which is dark, dark, dark blue. Not black, but close. So I'm going to use 2 small Secret C ones at the, like, I guess, tip of the flip-flop strap. So it's like that little decoration there. And then I'll use white ones up here in my empty space, top right. 1 large, a couple of small. And that helps balance out the card as well. So that is card number 2. Card number 2. Just a very fun. Yeah, she is the ready to be the center of attention, Lisa. Good. Robin also said those dots look really dark. They went well with a black project I made recently. Definitely. I mean, I feel like we professionals can look close and see that it's a different color, but to a non-professional, like we would be giving our card to probably, and it looks fine, even though we can tell, but to a non-professional, they won't even know. They will not even know. Of course, you could make even fancier flip-flops with like rhinestones and stuff, but that's another story. All right, that was card number 2. We got one more card to go in this class, and it's card number 3. And, oh, side note, I wanted to show this after that last card, actually. I forgot. But card number 3 here, it is like simple, but I think it's really cute. But let me show you. Like, this was balmy blue on top of balmy blue, as I did on that one card. And this is pool party first, and then balmy blue on top of it. Just to show you how, if you look at these two colors side by side, this one changed the balmy blue to another color, which makes sense, like, because science, whatever. But it did make me change how I did one of my cards, because I wanted it, I forgot. I guess I wanted it more balmy on this section. So long story short, there you go. So just depending on the colors you combine, it might change that color, and it might look great and perfect for your project. That's how this one is, these two colors. Or you might need it to be more the original color like this one. So there you go. I'm going to show that. Now, card number 3. We have a basic white card base again. 5.5, 8.5. Go ahead and fold it. This will be landscape. And then, thank you, V. She said, really summertime cheery. Yes. You will have a, don't worry, you don't have to do the stencil this time, a balmy blue layer next. Another strip the same size of that balmy blue shimmer paper, shimmer vellum. Then this one here is a pre-die cut circle. It's the largest circle from Spotlight on Nature Dies, which is all circles. This one's been around for a while, just like the other one I used. There's lots of circles. Some of them have super detail holes in them, and some are my favorite. This pattern, which is a circle with like a thick edge around it that is straight lines, like a perfect thing. Anyway, a border. So this circle is the largest one. It's a tiny bit bigger than 3 3/4 inches. So really nice large circle. Okay. Another same size 20 inches of linen thread to make a double bow. And then you will have these little scraps of the designer paper that I showed at the very beginning before I started making the cards. Mixed up patterns. It actually has another word in the name, but the mixed up patterns, you'll have 3 pieces to cut your flip-flops. You need 3 pair of flip-flops, and yeah, this one is the same, the front and back, the stripes with the yellow, and the balmy blue with white flowers. And this is the balmy blue with the little white pattern on it. So die cut 3 sets of flip-flops. That's 3 times through the machine, because one die cuts out 2 pairs of shoes at a time. And then you'll need the straps, and you need 2 in Daffodil Delight, and 2 sets in Daffodil, and 1 set in Balmy Blue. So that's 3 times 3 as well. Okay, stamping, pretty simple on this one. We're going to do a greeting and a background. So I want Balmy Blue ink. I want the solid ring that's all 8 of the sections of the ring. Should be clean, yes. And my greeting, you could put a lot of greetings on this card, but mine's going to say relax and enjoy. Great for a teacher, huh? Relax and enjoy your summer. I'm going to put this greeting down on one of the bottom left-ish corners of this circle, which that will become your bottom left circle when you stamp it there. Relax and enjoy. So relax is cursive, capital R, and enjoy is below it in I don't know what I'm looking for. In typewriter font, all lowercase. And the whole thing altogether is just about 1 inch wide by half an inch tall. Oh. Okay, then that circle is going to go sort of to the front. Not sort of. It's going to go on the front left of this card landscape. So I'm going to stamp these rings as a background. Stamp or ink it up real good, solid. Tap, tap, tap everywhere. Balmy blue. And then you can use the circle if you need to determine how to lay out this background so that it will look best under that big circle. So I want one kind of coming out. Hold on, let me do it right. I want one kind of coming out from the bottom of that circle. That's how I do that. I have one bottom right here, just a little tiny section, so make sure you have scratch paper underneath, or again, you can use that glass mat and just wipe it off when the excess. I want one top left. And then almost a full one on bottom left, less of it hanging off the edge, just the two corners. Okay, to me, that looks good. If you wanted to add any more, you could. Okay, so my point in that is rather than stamping an evenly spaced background, I used the circle and figured out my placement. And that's it. We'll put this together. We are going to use if I can speak properly, on these flip-flops, they're going to have a little white gem on the strap. Where's my adhesive? Which is, I think, stands out really nice. Okay, so balmy blue with my rings as a background. Skinny, skinny border on this white. All these measurements go out tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Central. Make sure you're on my email list. If you're just coming on, say hi, give a comment, give a follow, etc. That helps. Sorry, I'm getting myself distracted. I added adhesive on the vellum just like I did on the previous cards. If you missed the speech about that, you can go check out the first card. But this strip of shimmer vellum is going straight across the center. Don't forget there is a shiny side to the vellum and a non-shiny, so put the right one down, the correct one down. Paper seems a little crooked. See if I can peel it up. Good enough. I'm going to do dimensionals on my big old circle. If Alejandra was here, she would definitely tell me I needed more, but 6 is good for me, and they're minis. That's fine. When I put this circle down, my main thing is to make sure the greeting is straight on the card. Well, I went more to the left than my first card, so let me bring that a little more to the right, just a tiny bit. Like that. Then let me assemble these flip-flops real quick. Flip the straps upside down, silicone craft sheet. The flip-flops themselves are a little delicate because of all those cuts in them for the detail. So when you put adhesive on them, on the flip-flops, be careful. Hello? So on the back, instead of dragging my adhesive from the top of the flip-flop to the bottom, I went sideways to go with those cuts instead of against those cuts. Oh, did I put these flat? Yes. Anyway, I just wanted to show that. I finished putting these together. I missed what set. Lisa, everything is from Summer or Splash and Relax, except like the big circle. I think I just used 2 circles and some banners, but these flip-flops are in Splash and Relax. So I'll turn it this way so you can see the name. And there's all the images. So it's a, oh, and I think I forgot to say this at the beginning. This bundle was low inventory this morning. The dies were low inventory. So I don't know what's happened since we went live, but faster if you don't have this bundle. Order it faster than later. I checked. I think everything else I'm using was fine inventory wise, but these dies were low inventory this morning, which makes sense because it's starting to get hot everywhere. Everybody's thinking about summer stuff. Okay, one more set of flip-flops. Of course, the balmy goes on the daffodil shoe and vice versa. I know these flip-flops are cute. Who said that? Sherry? Sherry? I know, right? Just made June wall art. Thank you, Sherry. I'm so glad you enjoyed that. I'm so glad. I appreciate you. Yeah. So flip-flops. I put adhesive on the back of the 2 that match. I'm gonna kind of offset them. These are one of the blue ones, and that'll go top left here. I'm not gonna press too hard. That way I can turn them different directions if I want to. Then these stripes I thought made the cutest flip-flop. I actually 100% didn't intend to use the stripes. And when I cut this other pattern that's on the back, which is this one here, for that, when I flipped it over and saw the stripes, I was like, oh, you have to do a stripe one. If I want to find every small stripe paper we have and make flip-flops out of it. I think it's so cute. Okay, so again, I'm going to put these yellow stripe ones together at an angle, a little set of flip-flops. And those will be in the center here. Not pressing too hard so I can adjust it. And then the last ones, which are the other blue ones, whichever ones you want to put, but they're less solid blue than the first ones. Put them together. They go on the bottom left. So I think I'll do them like that. And then I got a lot of adhesive on my fingers just now. I'll wipe that off. Okay, I'm going to make my bow and put my gems, and then it's going to look a lot cuter than it does right now. So cut your linen thread in half, tie both pieces into a bow. Still low inventory. Thank you for checking, Robin. So nice. So everybody go buy Splash and Relax bundle and sell it out. Just kidding. When they put low inventory, like, we don't know. Does that mean you got 10, you got 100, you got 1,000? And they base low inventory reporting on how they think something will sell. Like 10 for one thing might mean 1,000 for another, Depends on how popular it is. Okay, so that bow is going to go, I kind of like my other bow better on the other card, but you'll see it in a minute. At the corner of the X and flip-flop there. It's a linen thread double bow, kind of at an angle. And then we'll just add the white dots to the, I want to pick that up, to the flip-flop. So it's the smaller dots. So you're going to need 6 total. Very fresh summer colors here. Makes me definitely want to go on vacation. Definitely. Which I'm not. I'm all vacationed out this year. But, you know. And then if you turn it, you get the shimmer on the paper. That's card number 3. Relax and enjoy. All right. Okay, so Splash and Relax is the bundle. Here's the stamp set. Super cute. Available now. Low inventory, but of course it will be coming back in stock. I'm going to take this off so it can have a better background here at the end. The 3 cards. The 3 cards. Let's pick the best ones. Okay, there are the 3 cards from today's video using Splash and Relax bundle. This is a free class. I have a couple extra samples to show, by the way. Don't leave yet if you're still here. This is the class that I'm offering this week. I do have a sales goal I'm trying to meet. Just FYI, if you're in the mood to contribute. And thank you, Rhonda. Any online order would assist in that, as well as what do you call it? Taking the class would assist. I'll just show you real quick. 35 or more by Sunday, free class packet mailed to you with free shipping. 60 or more class packet plus Moody Palette Glossy Dots. 100 or more, get the class, get the dots, and you're entered to win $60 in merchandise of your choice. And of course, 75 or more, you also get the free tutorial from me for product of the month. So that is the class. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central, the recipe cards for these 3 cards will be emailed out. It'll look like this: card picture, measurements, supplies. So make sure you're on my email list. And yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and I've already emailed out and posted on my blog the info on how to get this class, either free or purchase it. And if you purchase the class, you'll make 6 cards, 2 of each. But all those details are on the blog, stamptherapist.com, as well as the, what do you call it? The emails that already went out and are going out tomorrow. Okay. But if you have any questions on any of that, let me know. Here's a few bonus ideas. So this one was when I made the card, I stamped the pull ring and I really wanted it to be a balmy blue card, but then it changed the color of that balmy blue. So I did make a quick pool party sample. So it's the same card, although I didn't put the bow on it. I don't know why. As this Hello Sunshine, but with pool party and a different shimmer paper that we do have. It's not vellum, but it's a shimmer paper. Got adhesive on it, I think, from my hand just now. That comes in pool party. So want info about that because I forgot what it's called right now. But anyway, there's a shimmer paper. So there's that one. This was from my team meeting swap that Yolanda made. Super cute with those flip-flops. Again, we love the flip-flops and the sunglasses there. Love her colors that she chose on her card. And these were from the Stampin' Up on stage event where we got to play with the stencils and make these 2 little cards using also some stickers from ephemera packs. But I just wanted to show those again with the stencils. Of course, the stencils are also great for scrapbooking, like we talked about. And you can even, like, I got ink on that, but ignore that. You can even stencil, obviously, on envelopes and all the stuff. So now, any questions on any of that, let me know. I love the first one most. I want to jump in that pool. I know. Same, Robin. Same. But I really like the flip-flop one, too. Anyway, I'm just saying. But yes, I do want to jump in that pool. I need to go to the pool. Okay, thanks, Robin. Julie says third is favorite. Rhonda, great cards. Thank you, thank you. So don't forget, it's low inventory. The dies, if you want these flip-flops, get them now. We do have flip-flops coming out in the July release. They are different, and they don't have these lines in them. So it's interesting that we have another set coming out, but they're different. But anyway, any questions, let me know. Hope you all have enjoyed this. Hope you have a great day and week. There is no fourth card, Rhonda. It's just 3 cards. These are additional ideas, but this is a 3-card class. So hopefully, I think that's what you're asking. This class only includes 3 designs, 1, 2, 3. So if you are asking something else, let me know. Okay, cool. And next week, thank you, Cheryl. She says card number 3. I know, right? I think for me, it's the colors. That yellow and blue is such a good color combo, and this dang striped flip-flops, those stripes, perfect for a flip-flop card. Anyway, any questions, let me know. Next Thursday, 9 a.m. Central, I should be back live on the correct day, assuming nothing comes up. So have a great week. Thanks, Sherry. I'll see y'all later. Bye. Bye.